Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So potential double top in Bitcoin 4-hour chart. Close below 4,058.61 triggers it. 3 levels below 39.81, which I just round up to 4,000 for stop reduction if you're shorting. Then we have a cluster 39.42 to 45 area, then 39.04, essentially 3,900. It is going against a daily rotation zone, so it is riskier, and I know a lot of people don't short, but if this does trigger, you can watch for bigger pullbacks if you're interested in buying stuff lower. Again, this is always for educational purposes only. Right now, also what's interesting is the base here, which is in the rotation zone, was also where prior resistance becomes support. So if we get the close below there, that support will be broken, and then we'll be watching further pullback to this prior base. Let's check in on that daily chart. Daily chart, let's see what that looks like here. So I'm talking about against the rotation zone, which is now separating. The bottom of the rotation zone comes in at that virtually that first target, so this could easily move down that first target, then rotate back up based off the daily. Lots of overhead resistance at the 12.5% gain level. It's not been able to get above, and the declining 50-day exponential moving average. So on any rally, that's your major area of resistance. Then 42.84 and 43.51 above there for the targets higher. Switching over to Ethereum, I have updated the upward targets due to this extended pullback, and now we have the first cross rotation zone. You see now it's becoming resistance. Finding some support at the prior support level and the 50 period exponential moving average. This is a 4-hour chart. If we close below that, we'll start arching for the next pullback level, 146.04. Then the major cluster below there, 135.57 to 136.26. Any rally right now, the key resistance we'll be watching for is about 156.50 area. I mentioned we updated targets if we do rally, because we are still with the rotation zone holding right now at the 8 EMA. Again, if we drop below that, even before this 135 to 136, watch right in about 140.77 to see if we pull back to the bottom of the rotation zone and get a rotation back up. So 146 is the first area. Then the next major area we'll be watching is about that 140 to 141 area right in here, just below this prior resistance area. That's where I'll be watching. And then if we drop below that, that's the cluster area. Now, to the targets, the upside. If we can get above 167, we'll be watching for 173, then 177 to 179 is another target area, which it's a little wide cluster. If we do get a pullback and then a rotation back up, I'm going to switch this to a reverse GAN box from a forward GAN box, but I can't do that till we get the pullback and the rotation back up. That'll hopefully help fine-tune this next cluster area. And then all the way to the upside right now targets 187.95, but that's all dependent on getting a rotation back up and then a close above that 167 mark. That's what we're watching for in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone.